What's going on, guys? RaininStormwake here, bringing you a serious commentary about something that I think needs to be talked about. Gia recently made a video, and it's basically a video about basically all the AC multiplayers and how people always go back to ACB and say that it's, you know, the best game in the series. And that's fine. That should be fine. Like, people can do that, you know. People can talk about how ACB is the best. They can not like the new games. That's perfectly fine. But then there's some people that not only do they like talk about how ACB is the best game, they'll also go into like how people that play the new game have like less skill. Like, oh, you guys have no skill. I played ACB, I'm better than you. Like, people that play AC3 are trash. Like, stuff like that. Some people actually say these things, and it's like, it's kind of like, it's really annoying to me and a lot of other people. And it's kind of like an issue that comes up sometimes in the community. Like I said, it's fine to have your opinions about games. Like, obviously everyone has their opinions about games. You either like something or you don't. And I mean, sometimes all it takes is just like you adapting, but sometimes you'll try to adapt and you'll just end up just not liking the game, and that's fine. But people need to be a little bit less elitist a lot of times when it comes to games, when it comes to movies, when it comes to TV shows. And you need to be able to accept that just because you don't like something doesn't make it not good. Like, if the general consensus is that a game is good, then you just have to respect that the general consensus is that the game is good. Like, that's all there is to it. And as far as AC4 goes, a lot of older school players don't like AC4, and that's fine. That's perfectly fine. But I do, a lot of other people do, and I mean, there's some good reasons behind why we like AC4. I feel like AC4 is, as far as abilities go, as far as mechanics go, and as far as like the whole stealth aspect, I feel like AC4 is the most balanced Assassin's Creed multiplayer yet. Why do I feel it's like it's the most balanced? Well, let's look at the abilities first of all. Pretty much all the abilities in AC4 are useful. And the reason they're useful is because the mechanics made stealth better. So when the mechanics made stealth better, that made morph better, that made disguise better. Disguise has always been good, let's be fair here. It made decoy better. They added some crafting for decoy and bodyguard. They buffed those abilities a little bit. They did a lot of tweaking to abilities in AC4 and basically brought them all into a pretty good balanced area. Now, I don't agree with all the cooldowns on some of the abilities. Like Smoke Bomb, for instance. I realized it was a crutch in all the other games. I realized it, you know, it had, for its power, it had too low of a cooldown. But I feel like the cooldown for AC3 Smoke Bomb was pretty good. But in AC4, it actually has a 5-second longer cooldown, but it's not nearly as good as the AC3 Smoke Bomb, like not even close. It's got the huge delay. It's got, it seems like a lower radius and a lower duration. So why would it have a 5-second longer cooldown? But, you know, cooldowns aside, whatever. I think they just wanted to make sure that Smoke Bomb was just not overpowered whatsoever, which is fine. So yeah, cooldowns aside on a few different abilities, I feel like the abilities are pretty balanced in AC4, and all of them are at least somewhat viable. And that, to me, makes this the most balanced AC multiplayer yet. And that's really good. That's really good for the series, and it's really just, I don't know, I love AC4 so far. The only thing I don't like, and like I said, there's things I don't like Assassinate. And I don't hate Assassinate. I've had a lot of fun with it at times. I just don't think it's consistently fun when you're playing, like, when I'm playing against other good players, I don't feel like it's consistently fun. And that has nothing to do with the abilities, that has nothing to do with the mode itself. I think it has more to do with how people are trying to play it, combined with like just a few like stealth-oriented mechanics just not working in the mode of Assassinate. But other than that, I mean, I really love this game. I love Manhunt, I love Wanted, I love Deathmatch. I feel like they're all really solid. Wanted's very lobby dependent, but as long as you have like a good lobby that's trying to play stealthy, Wanted is great in this game. I actually like it more than ACB Wanted. And a lot of people really loved ACB Wanted. I liked ACB Wanted. I started off on ACB Wanted. So, I mean, obviously ACB Wanted was pretty good. But I wasn't the biggest fan when compared with, like, you know, Manhunt or Assassinate. I really loved those two modes. Manhunt was my favorite. Actually, no, Chest Capture was my favorite team mode. And then Manhunt was my second favorite team mode. And then obviously Assassinate was my favorite free-for-all mode. So, I mean, yeah. That's basically how it went. But in AC4, things are a little bit different. But I have to say, like, Assassinate is growing on me in this game. So even the thing I don't like, the only thing I don't like in AC4, it's actually growing on me. As far as modes go, that's like the only mode I don't like. But yeah, it's actually growing on me. I'm finding it a little bit more fun. I still stick to like a few problems that I pointed out. I still stick to those because I still think there's a few problems that they could definitely fix and make the mode like amazing. Like amazing for like stealth, amazing for like fast paced, and it's mostly just like a fix in the meter. But anyway, I think the point that Gia was trying to make that a lot of people missed was that it's not about not having the ability to voice your opinion. Like, everyone has the right to voice their opinion, but it's like how you voice your opinion. And I'm no different. I've had problems voicing my opinion effectively. I've come off the wrong way multiple times. It's something I have a problem with. I have a problem with like getting out things the way I want to say them. It just never comes out the right way. So sometimes I'm misunderstood. And you know, maybe other people are misunderstood too. And I think people just need to like take a step back and realize that, you know, maybe they're being a little bit too harsh on people that like the new games or on the new games themselves, because just because you don't like something doesn't mean that like it's not good. That's basically the bottom line. And that's kind of where I wanted to go with this commentary and kind of back G up, because I feel like he had a really good commentary topic going. Because yeah, I mean, there's no reason to fight. I mean, it's just, people do it with everything. There's like console wars, you know, PS4 versus Xbox. No, PS4 all the way. Xbox sucks. No, Xbox all the way. PlayStation sucks. Blah, 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 blah. I think they're both really good systems. I wish I could have both of them. And that's kind of how I feel about the Assassin's Creed games. I've liked something, or, you know, quite a few things from all of the games. I think my least favorite game would probably be Assassin's Creed 3, and that's just because of the fact that I can't really explain it. I think Assassin's Creed 3 would probably be my least favorite. ACR was great because it had so many modes. It had like all these modes, and it had some like really unique modes like Steal the Artifact and Corruption. I mean, even though I didn't play those modes all the time, they were still there, and they were something really fun that I could just randomly play if I was just, you know, a little bit bored or something. I'm like, I'm going to play some Steal the Artifact, or I'm going to play some Corruption. And that's kind of what ACR had going for it. It really brought some new modes to the table, and it, I don't know, it had the best Assassinate ever before they patched it. So I mean, ACR had that going for it, in my opinion. But yeah, I mean, all the AC multiplayer games have something really good about them. At least a few things that are really good about them. So every year the devs have come up with really cool new changes. And like I said, I completely understand people missing things from ACB, like the ACB meter, the starting meter. Like, most people missed that. Most people really enjoyed it starting off in incognito because it gave you a little bit more freedom to be a little bit more mobile. Like, you could ambush people from around a corner, you could like hang off a roof and get like a good kill, and I feel like that was a really cool thing, and that was really fun. And see, a lot of people like, okay, so ACB, it's debatable, but I think ACB might have been like overall the most fun AC multiplayer. Not the most balanced, but possibly the most fun. And the thing is, it was the most fun not because it was the most balanced. It was the most fun because it was the most fun. Now, the most balanced AC multiplayer, in my opinion, is AC4. They've done a really good job balancing this multiplayer. And I think this multiplayer is really, really, really fun, to be honest. Especially with GameLab and the fact that they're using GameLab to make events. Like the new event, a lot of people might not have liked it. It was kind of troll. I personally had a lot of fun. I kind of picked on some noobs. Feel a little bit bad about that. But, I mean, the bottom line is I had a lot of fun. I'm sure a lot of other people had fun too. And I'm sure the noobs had a lot of fun when they weren't playing against me and my group of friends that were completely demolishing them and camping their base with tripwire mines on like every entrance and, you know, that whole thing. I'm sure a lot of people had fun with that event. Also, if you guys don't know, there's a new featured GameLab mode made by the devs. Don't remember what it's called, but it's an artifact assault mode. It's kind of like almost purist. The only abilities are disguise and throwing knives. And I think it's really cool because it has the classic capture the flag rules, which means if the enemy team has your artifact, as in they've grabbed your artifact but they haven't captured it yet, you cannot score their artifact. So let's say you grab the artifact, you bring it all the way back to your base. You can't score it if your artifact is not there. So it's really cool. You guys should definitely go check that game out. Just go public game lab and search for a public game lab with 4 people or just yourself or whatever. I just ran out of time. I gotta end this commentary. I hope you guys really enjoyed that Manhunt game. I hope everyone liked the topic. I hope everyone kind of understands that I'm talking really fast, just trying to get a lot of information here. Hope everyone understands just kind of the whole thing that G was trying to say in this video. I mean, it's not about... It's cool to have your own opinion. Everyone should have their own opinion, but it's about how you voice your opinion. And, you know, no one's perfect. I'm still continuing to try to work on how I voice my opinion because I always come off the wrong way. Just saying, my 2 cents, and that's what Gio was trying to get with this commentary. I hope you guys have a good week, because it's only Wednesday. I should have another video coming out within a couple days. I got another 15k manhunt. This is actually my high score. I was pretty happy with that. Yeah, peace guys.